Enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, by my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, by my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Okay, where did we leave? When did we leave?
Emptiness is the middle way.
Emptiness is the middle way. Very precise. Thank you. Emptiness is the middle way. Okay, now speaking about emptiness. Speaking about emptiness. What is this? What is this? Flower. And what is your emotional reaction? Nice, not nice, or so-so? Very nice. Yes? Okay, let's say there's somebody, and in fact I look at this flower, I can see that it's so aesthetically done. So aesthetically done, it's so beautiful there. And the color combination, the proportion is so beautiful. So they say particularly, it's so difficult to work with the perfectionist. Do you know, so difficult to work with the perfectionist. I also have a tinge of the disease of perfectionist. So therefore the Tibet House staff, young ones, they're always, not too happy. Okay, but don't be nervous, right? Don't be nervous. The Tibet House people, the young staff, they all know that if we make mistakes, there's no problem with the Geshe. Geshe will teach us, right? They will not scold us, he will teach us. After knowing it, still we neglect, out of negligence we made mistakes, then he may scold us. Then I just casually told the receptionist, and the moment I enter into the hall, reception, I scan everything. I scan the reception. And the receptionist is so alert. What mistake? Okay, the moment I sense that she's little, nervous, then I'll just break the ice. I would break the ice. Okay, that's fine. Okay, although I see mistakes there, still I would say, okay, that's fine, because she's nervous. That's fine. And then I look at the board, how all the posters were put. Okay, small mistakes, that is fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Then she's very alert. Then I told her, okay, you're not happy when I scan everything. Then she doesn't say anything. Okay, maybe you're already aware from the senior staff, the secretaries, they all must have told you about my scanning everything. She said, yes, Geshe. So what did they tell you? They will tell me that Geshe is so perfectionist, with even how you put the posters there, the symmetry, the pins, color of the pins. Everything must be so precise. Color, I think that is exaggeration. But the secretary, they told her that even the color of the pin, make sure that everything is so, if blue, green, right, color of the pin. So that is true exaggeration. What I want is, I want things to be very realistic. You look at it, anybody from outside, particularly people of, the high quality, they come here, wow, whatever they have, it is not expensive, but then it's aesthetically so nice. Aesthetically is so beautiful. This impression we must give. It's not that it should be so expensive things there. No, that's not the point. The point is that what we have, that the people's effort is there, not the money effort. Effort of the people is there. These people should see. Okay, so with this, what I'm saying, look at this flower, it's so beautiful, aesthetically so nice. So what happens is that just by looking at the flower, it gives me such a joy. So let's say you also appreciate flowers, you look at this flower and you get such a joy. You getting it? How did you get this joy? You get this joy. You got this joy through your mind interacting with the flower. You getting it? Your mind interact.
The eyes first. The eyes first, because if you're blind, you cannot see.
Your eye consciousness is also mind.
Okay.
Your eye consciousness, your mind, your subject. The subject interacts with the flower as the object. Then the interplay happens, and some people unhappiness can come. Some people happiness come. In my case, I like aesthetics. So therefore, it's so aesthetically done, right? It's so beautifully done. So therefore, it gives me such a joy. Okay, look, this feeling of joy is a result of the interplay of my mind, of your mind, and this flower. Your mind is the subject, and the flower is the object. Interplay of this then it synthesizes in the form of triggering joy within you. You getting it? This is how all our emotions arise. All our emotions arise like this. Okay, for that, what I'd like to introduce to you is what is known as the 5 ever-present mental factors. 5 ever-present mental factors. Okay, let's say that I come to Finland. Wow, Finland is so nice. The social structure, the what do you call it? The logistics, the infrastructure, and the people, everything's so nice. Which means the administration, the government must be so good. So I may say, I go out, I tell people that the Finnish government is amazing. So government overall is very good. Then if you are there, then you will ask me precisely, which part of the government? Is it the agricultural department, or the education department, or the international relations department, or the financial department, or the home affairs, or the external affairs? Which department is precisely what you're talking about, which is good? Okay, now you're talking about not the government in general, you're talking about the specific functions of the government. In other words, the Finnish government has many ministries. And tell me, on what basis the ministries are demarcated, or on what basis the ministries are allocated? On what basis?
Thematics.
Thematics.
Yeah.
In what sense? Thematics meaning?
According to the themes, whether it's agriculture, forest, forage.
Exactly. Thematics, the themes, the functions. Government has to function, and it has so many functions. It has to look after the agriculture. It has to look after the industries. It has to look after the healthcare. It has to look after the education, and so forth. There are so many themes there. So with this, the government has lots of functions. On the basis of functions, then the different ministries are allocated. Okay. Likewise, our mind is like the Finnish government, mind in general, right? It's like the Finnish government. And the mind has so many functions, right? Okay, for example, the Singaporean government, okay, Finnish government, you might have the, say, Ministry of Agriculture. Yes? No? Yeah. Of course.
Forest and agriculture. Forest and agriculture.
You have, right? Okay, say, and the Singaporean, the Ministry of Agriculture is very good. Singaporean Ministry of Agriculture is amazingly effective. Why?
agriculture.
Very good. Okay. So the yoga teacher got it correctly. Right? Got it correctly. Singapore doesn't have a Ministry of Agriculture because it has no land for the agriculture. Right? It doesn't have function. It doesn't function related to the agriculture. So therefore there is no need for the Ministry of Agriculture. So whereas the Finnish has. But this, what I'm saying is that just as the Finnish government has so many functions, Finnish government in general and the Finnish government with the specific functions. So where from these, maybe Finnish government, okay, let's say that the education, this Ministry of Education is particularly effective, let's say. So likewise, say all our minds are like the Finnish government, is like the government, and then our mind has multiple functions, innumerable functions. Of these, some people, their mind, in terms of the functions, compassion is very high quality, and compassion, the function of the intellectual analysis may not be so good. And in some cases, intellectual analysis is so good, but the compassion may not be so good. In some cases, let's say the single-pointedness may be so good, but the analysis may not be so good. And so likewise, we see that our mind has so many functions. Tell me, how many such functions are there with your mind? How many such functions are there? Speak your mind.
Innumerable.
Innumerable functions are there. Innumerable functions are there. Okay, out of the innumerable functions, at one point, for the purpose of a spiritual growth, let's say 51 mental factors the 51 such functions, 51 such functions were picked up. And of these, there are five functions which are particularly important and that operates across the mind, which means there are 5 functions of mind which every mind operates with. There are 5 functions. These 5 functions are known as ever-present or omnipresent mental factors. These functions are just as the functions of the government, they are allocated as ministries. Likewise, the functions of mind are allocated as the mental factors. Mind and mental. Mind meaning mind in general, and the mental factors meaning on the basis of the individual functions. Mind and mental factors. Of these mental factors, there are innumerable mental factors there, and for the purpose of the spiritual growth, spiritual cultivation, 51 were picked up, and of course many more are related, but 51 were picked up. From this, I'm going to discuss with you only 5. These 5 which are so important, and these 5 which exist across the board of consciousness, across the board of mind. In other words, all mind should necessarily have these 5 functions. Okay, what are the 5 functions? These are, okay, contact, attention, discrimination, feeling, and intention. Contact, attention, discrimination, feeling, intention. These 5 functions. If you know how the mind is operating, our minds are operating on the basis of these 5 mental functions, if you know that so well, then you will know how to create peace of mind for yourself, and how you can see somebody can be rectified. Somebody who is little agitated, how to where he is going wrong, where she is going wrong. When a person feels a little unsettled, then we can see where the person is going wrong, how to fix it. You can easily know that. You're getting it? So these 5 mental functions, they are so important. We have to know that ourselves and for others. Okay, let's say that, so it is on this basis that all our emotional states arise. We'll know how the various emotions arise want to be emotion of anger, emotion of fear, emotion of agitation, emotion of restlessness, right? Restlessness. Okay, how they arise, you can easily see that if you know these 5 functions. Okay, let's say that you feel a little low at one point. No, everybody's turning against you. Okay, did you come across a time where everybody's going away from you? Sometimes. Did it happen? Okay, you have a little bit of conflict with your, let's say you have a little bit of conflict with the colleague at the workplace. And then because of this, your mother said that, oh, what happened, you feel a little unhappy today. What is it? This is your business, this is not a business. You make your mother unhappy. You have you're unhappy with the colleague. Now you're making additional unhappiness with the mother. And then your child comes. You come, what happened to you, mom? What, mom? your child was, you kicked your child. And then you have somebody, a very loving, say, the husband or wife, whatever, says, what happened to you? What are you saying? You're also against me. You kick him off. So at one point, you see, everybody's against you. Everybody's against you. And you feel so low. Then you want to talk to somebody. You want somebody to talk to you. Nobody's there. Because you pushed them, everybody. This person pushed, everybody pushed away. Right? You feel so low. Okay, so then just see, even this feeling so low, as though like the whole world has turned against me. This is how mind works. Now, how to fix it? Everything is dependent originated. Everything is dependent originated. Your happiness is dependent originated. Your unhappiness is dependent originated. Sometimes we become so restless. Like this. This is also dependent originated. You feel so calm to the extent that everybody gets up, still no, you don't get up. Right? Everybody gets up and leave, still you're so calm and sit there. This is also dependent originated. Everything is dependent originated. Knowing that everything is dependent originated, particularly dependent on your mind. Your mind decides whether you're calm, agitated, angry, short-tempered, somebody who is so ungrateful, somebody who is so grateful, who is so kind, calm, peaceful, is all decided by your mind. And this mind is also dependent originated. Okay, dependence on these 5 factors, these 5 functions. If you know how these 5 functions operate, it can create magic for you. It can create magic for your family members. It can create magic to friends. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's say that one time everything's going so, the dark for you. Nothing really works well. On such situation, out of nowhere, it so happens that it's your birthday and nobody comes to greet you. Nobody comes to greet you, wish you well. And suddenly your neighbor who is otherwise not in talking terms with you, neighbor comes to know about your birthday, comes with a cheesecake. Right? You can't believe that, okay, what is this? What is this? Okay, your eye consciousness comes in contact with the neighbor with the cheesecake. Maybe he's wrong. He meant to take it to, say, my mother or my father or somebody, right? Or he must have entered the wrong house. Okay, what is this? You can't believe. But what is this that he's holding his hand? So your subject, your eye consciousness comes in contact with the cheesecake. And you're so addicted to cheesecake. Right? You come in contact with the cheesecake. Contact. What is next? Then you come in contact. Is this real cheesecake? Right? You pay attention. It's a real cheesecake. Pay attention. Then what happens? Yes, this is indeed cheesecake. Discrimination. Discrimination has multiple meanings. Keep this in mind. Discrimination has multiple meanings. Gender discrimination, racial discrimination, and so forth. This is not the connotation here. The discrimination here is simply to discern, simply to distinguish. This is the meaning. It does not have any meaning, connotation of, say the gender discrimination or in the negative. It doesn't have a negative connotation. Just to discern what it is. It can be wrong discrimination. It can be good discrimination. So you just, yes, this is a cheesecake. Number 3. Then what next? Huh?
The feeling.
Wow.
I've read junk.
Okay.
You're talking
So,
about cheesecake, I love it. I'm already there. Thinking about the cheesecake.
okay, so yes, this is indeed the cheesecake. Then what happens? Very pleasant feeling comes to you. Very pleasant feelings come to you. Okay, you getting it? Then what is next? Intention to grab at it. Intention to grab at it. Intention to have it. Right? Okay. Then the happy birthday. Then the person sees you. I'm sorry, it's not for you. It's for I entered the wrong door. Right? then what happens? Contact. Attention. Then discrimination, that he said is wrong door, is not for me. Discrimination, it's not for me. Then the pleasant feeling goes down. Unpleasant feeling comes. Then what? Intention. He even doesn't know. We have been neighbors for the last 10 years. He even doesn't know which is which door. Right? You become very angry. So the intention to curse the person comes into being. Okay, with this in mind, this is how our mind operates. You're getting it? How our mind operates. Now tell me, we see that of all these, the mental factors, all our actions, 99.99%, if not 100%, right? Okay, okay, I have to say something. Okay, no, it's fine, cool. Let me say, when he says, okay, what's your question? Then I'll speak. Or even if he asks me, but he asks very simple questions. I really don't have to give answers. Somebody will give the answer. All these actions are determined by the feeling. You getting it? The feelings. In other words, all our action. Some of you are sitting like this. This is another action. Some of you are touching like this. This is another action. Somebody is smiling. This is another action. Somebody is sitting like this. This is another action. Right? Somebody one leg on the other leg. This is also one action. All these actions are determined by the feeling inside. Right? You feel, okay, let's say sitting with your hands on your knees, that is more comfortable. Comfortable meaning pleasant feeling. Pleasant feeling, you sit like this. If it gives pain, you will release it. You're getting it? And if they say, okay, oh, I must ask a question to him. I should ask a question to him. So with the prospect of asking a question, you get a pleasant feeling, you feel like asking a question. With the prospect of, what, whether I go ask a question or not, who cares? If this is the unpleasant feeling coming, you will not ask a question. You're getting it? In other words, all our actions are determined by the feelings. This feeling is so important. What determines the feeling? What determines the feeling? Discrimination. You're getting it? Discrimination. Discrimination determines the feeling. So therefore, doing virtues, a very pleasant feeling comes in you, you feel like doing the virtue. Doing non-virtues, pleasant feeling comes to you, you feel like doing the non-virtue. Right? Okay, addiction. Say drugs, smoke, alcohol. Just the thought of this gives a pleasant feeling that makes you into addiction. The thought of, oh, this is not good. This is not good. When you say, it is not good, then the pleasant feeling comes. It is not good. Addiction is not good. Pleasant feeling comes, it will make you stop the addiction. This is how the mind works. It's amazing. So now the point is that this feeling determines whether you're going to be in virtue, whether you're going to be in non-virtue, whether you become totally, careless, negligent of your family, or whether you're so helpful of your families. It's all determined the feelings with the prospect of helping your siblings. Helping your siblings, a very pleasant feeling comes to you. You have the siblings. You have siblings. With the process, who cares, right? My siblings, anyways, after we grow up, they will be all independent. They will run. So why should I spend so much time on taking care of my siblings? And then, not taking care of the siblings, you get a pleasant feeling. You will not take care of these siblings. You'll be so unkind towards the siblings. Whereas, oh no, this is totally wrong. I love my siblings. I love my brothers, sisters, right? And then the mere thought of your brother, sister, so young, depend on you. When that thought comes to you, a very pleasant feeling comes to you, you will take care of the siblings. Selfish thinking comes to you, pleasant feeling comes to you, then you will be selfish. Other cherishing thought comes to you, pleasant feeling comes to you, you will cherish others. Okay. So finally, what do you want? By being so selfish, what do you want? By being other cherishing, what do you want? We want fearlessness and infinite happiness. By being selfish, if you get the fearlessness, be selfish, no problem. By being selfish, if you get the infinite happiness, be selfish, is fine, no problem. But on the contrary, by being selfish, you will never get infinite happiness. By being selfish, you are always pushing the infinite happiness away from you. This is so unwise. Okay, so from this, now the point is, okay, why not? If this is how the mind works, that finally all these actions, okay, tell me. First one is contact. What is next? Attention. What is next? Discrimination. What is next? Feeling. What is next? Intention. All these actions are determined by the intention, and intentions, all these actions, karma, contaminated karma is like the way, these are all the physical, verbal, mental actions. These actions are nothing but the manifestation of the intention. Intention. I want to harm that person. I want to just ignore my siblings. I want to ignore my parents. Right? As long as I'm happy, who cares about my parents? Who cares about my siblings? Right? So there's the intention to just ignore others, to be selfish, intention. This intention is determined by the feeling. So the feelings, when you get a very pleasant feeling to think of ignoring the parents and other people, and you'll be very selfish. You will be, the intention to ignore others will automatically come. Whereas with the thought of ignoring others, unpleasant feeling comes in you. You will not ignore. Because the moment I ignore, unpleasant feeling comes to me. I don't want unpleasant feeling. So whereas I embrace others, pleasant feeling comes in me, automatically you will embrace others. And in actuality, finally, the more you embrace others, more happy will you be. The more you ignore others, the more unhappy will you be. You will be a very unhappy person if you ignore others. So now the point is, but in my case, what do you do? The moment I think of ignoring others, a very pleasant feeling comes in me, right? And then they automatically make me to ignore others. If there's a mechanism by which I can change this mental operation there, where I think of ignoring others, unpleasant feeling comes in me, I will not ignore, right? Because, for example, okay, let's say that, okay, what is that problem known as problem with the milk? Lactose intolerance. Thank you. Okay, let's say you're crazy after the cheesecake. Like Emilia. Crazy after cheesecake, and you have lactose intolerance. Right? Lactose intolerance. And the cheesecake comes, your mouth waters, right? Get it? And about to put it in mouth, then the lactose intolerance comes in your mind. right? Never mind, never mind, never mind. You eat it. You eat it, and in few minutes you have the problem coming. The next cheesecake, you remember this pain. You're getting it? Before you have the experience of the pain, cheesecake, you just anticipate. You anticipate, yes, I have the lactose intolerance. There's a problem there, but it's so delicious. So delicious means very pleasant feeling. Lactose intolerance means pain. Of the two, so delicious. If that overrides the feeling of the pain, you will not eat it. If that blinds you from remembering the lactose intolerance pain, you will eat it. Then you eat it, and the lactose intolerance pain will come to you. The pain becomes so evident that then he says, "Hey, Emilia, here's the cheesecake, next bite." Then the moment you think of eating it, this pain is so evident, so immediate, that this pain, the memory of this pain is so acute that overrides the prospect of the cheesecake enjoyment. That overrides, then you will not eat it. Intention to grab at it will come down. This is how it operates. Now, if there is a way by which, okay, who cares my siblings? What is a sibling? It's a matter of just few years. When we get, age in 20s, everybody will go in their own way. So why should I spend so much time on them? Do whatever you like. Being so selfish. The prospect of being so selfish, unpleasant feeling comes in you. Then you don't feel like doing the selfishness. Because unpleasant feeling comes to you, you don't like it. The cheesecake, then the lactose intolerance pain, you remember it, then you don't feel like grabbing at it. You stop grabbing at it. You stop ignoring your siblings. You stop ignoring your parents. You stop ignoring others. Pain. Whereas, in my case, it's just the opposite. The moment I think of ignoring others, a pleasant feeling comes in me, as well like a freedom, right? This is wrong. So now if there is a mechanism by which I can change the feeling, where I think of helping others, pleasant feeling comes into me. I think of taking care of my siblings, I think of taking care of my parents, a pleasant feeling comes into me. That would be wonderful, but it's not happening. How to make it? The pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling is determined by? Discrimination. You're getting a discrimination. So something is wrong with the discrimination. Something is going wrong with the discrimination. That this discrimination is giving rise to unpleasant feeling. Wrong discrimination gives rise to unpleasant feeling. A correct, vast. The discrimination with the vast knowledge, discrimination with the profound knowledge will give rise to pleasant feeling, to think of helping your parents, to think of helping your siblings, to think of helping the nation, to think of working for the world. It gives you a very pleasant feeling, then your selfishness will go away. Whole teaching of the Buddha is to change this discrimination, to trigger an incredibly pleasant feeling in you when you think about compassion, when you think about the wisdom of emptiness, when you think about helping others. This whole doctrine, which was totally missing in Charles Darwin's evolutionary theory. You're getting it? Okay. With this in mind, now the discrimination plays a very important role. Discrimination. Okay, let's say that we are in a bed, we're having a very scary dream. Okay, very scary dreams. Okay, let's say that you're dreaming, and in your dream you dreamt of your mother bringing cheesecake. You dreamt of mother bringing cheesecake, right? And you like cheesecake so much, the way like Emilia, you like cheesecake so much. Wow, right? The whole face glows. Okay, then why, Mom? Why are you bringing cheesecake? Because today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, my son, my daughter. You are so happy. Thank you, Mom. Right? And the cat jumps on the cheesecake. Cat jumps on the cheesecake and topples it. Are you happy, not happy? You're very unhappy. You're very unhappy. Okay, then your dad comes. Dad says, what happened, my son? What happened, my daughter? Oh, my cheesecake, my birthday is spoiled by this cat. Dad says, don't worry, right? Cheesecake, how much is this? 30 euros. Oh, don't worry, I'll give you 5,000, maybe 500, 1,000, the iPhone X as a gift. You're even more happy. Yes, you are happy, more happy or not? Yes. Which do you like more? Cheesecake, small piece of cheesecake, or the iPhone X, brand new iPhone X? Cheesecake. To be very honest. Be very honest. Huh? Be very honest. iPhone X, of course. Right? Huh? You don't know. Or the mother, your father tells you that I'll give you a brand new house. Right? Be very honest. You're getting it? Be very honest. Okay, you're so happy. Okay, you're so happy. So which means that the immediate problem solved. Your unhappiness dissolved. And the father said, okay, Emily, but this mobile is actually meant for the younger brother. Right? Okay, I can give you later. Is it fine? Then there's no choice. I just said, okay. You're getting it? Okay. So, but this short dream, it consists of so much of fluctuations of emotions. Excitement of your cheesecake, then the sadness of the cheesecake being toppled by the cat, and then getting the iPhone X, again excitement, and then iPhone X passed on to your younger brother, again sadness. This is how our life works. Ups, downs, up, downs, ups, downs. Okay. And finally, let's see that. Okay, by the way, this is one story, but the next part that I'd like to share with you, more important, is how many had a very scary dreams in your life? Scary dreams in your life. How many of you had this dream? Okay, can anybody share a scary dream? Yes, you want to share?
You want to hear it now?
No.
Now?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's so interesting. I was in India.
No, you make a shot.
Yeah, I tried. I was sitting outside.
In the dream or out the real? In the dream.
In the dream, in the
Yes.
veranda with the other people. And
Yes.
suddenly lion came.
A lion came, yes.
Came to say hello to the people with whom I was sitting. And they said, oh, our lion is coming to greet us. And they were tapping and happily, communicating with lion. And I was just
So scared.
in the
Corner.
group, in the corner. And then the lion slowly walked away from the veranda, and before going down, he looked at me. You are a coward.
Okay, very good. That's very interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Your name? Your name? Your name?
Päivi.
Huh?
Päivi. Päivi.
Päivi. Päivi. Okay, anybody else who likes to share the scary dream? Very quick. Anybody? Yes.
My ex-husband shot me here with the gun.
Very scary indeed. Okay. Anybody else? Very quick. Anybody else? Yes.
I'm a ghost and I'm flying around and I'm trying to communicate with people and I can't, there's no words coming out to my husband or anything. It's very scary.
Okay, you're a ghost and traveling everywhere.
I'm a ghost, yeah. But no one can see me and I can't.
Oh, you can communicate verbally, but you want to communicate.
I can't communicate.
You want to communicate, but you could not.
I can't make sounds, I can't touch anyone.
So you feel so scared.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now we are hearing all the scary dreams. Okay, I hope you'll not have a scary dream tonight. So oftentimes we talk about it, it can affect your dream. If it affects, don't blame me. Right? Okay, so let's say let's say that, okay, to make it very quick, we have 10 minutes. Let's say that you dream of, say, a ghost chasing you. Ghost is chasing you. Is it a pleasant dream or unpleasant dream? Very unpleasant. There's so much of fear. What do? You'll run. And the ghost equally runs after you. And oftentimes when the ghost chases you in the dream, you fall. Right? You fall. And it's so difficult to get up. Did you have that experience? Okay, so difficult. And the ghost will not stop. Ghost will continue to come to grab at you. What's your feeling? Already scared right from the beginning. You say more. Panic. It's panic. Now I'm done. Right? The ghost about to grab at you. Then suddenly your father comes. Hey, what happened? Right? The ghost says, this ghost is troubling me. The father says, oh, money, pay me home. And the ghost runs away. Are you happy or not happy? Very relieved. Okay. Then the father says, okay, my daughter, my son, are you okay now? Yes, I'm okay. Can I leave now? Then he said, okay, yes, thank you. The father leaves. Again the ghost comes back. Right? Okay, so there are 3 scenarios. 1, meeting with the ghost, and then the ghost almost grabbing at you. 2nd, the father comes and relieves you. And the 3rd, the ghost comes back. You're getting it? Tell me. And then the next time the ghost is about to grab your neck, your father did not come. Then you thought, now I'm done. When you say, I'm done, your mother wakes you up. Are you happy or not happy? Very relieved. Okay, now tell me. These 4 scenarios. 1, the ghost chasing you. Number 2, the father relieving you. Number 3, the ghost reappearing you. Then number 4, your mother waking up. Okay, which of the 4 scenarios you like the most?
I think waking up.
Waking up.
Mother waking up. Why?
It's the end of the night.
Yes, Zarina. Why?
Then, I don't know. All 3 are gone. All the previous ones are.
It's over.
The nightmare is over.
Nightmare is over. Night is over. Okay, tell me. Say the first part of the dream where the ghost is chasing you, and the fourth part of the story, your mother wakes you up. You running away in the dream, and you waking up, feeling relieved. These 2, same person, different people. Same person, different. It's the same person, you. Why you are running in the dream? Why? Why you are running in the dream? Why you are running in the dream?
Because the ghost is real. You think it's real.
Huh?
Because you think the ghost is real.
Okay, you thought that the ghost is real, right? Ghost who was in Tibet was real. You are in Finland. Right? So you are not scared. Even if you get the ghost at Tibet, how can he come here?
Yeah, but you don't have that understanding in the dream.
Okay, in other words, the ghost, not just the ghost, the nearby ghost, the ghost who was chasing me was real. You have to make it very precise. The ghost who was chasing me was real. This was your thought. And then in the 4th episode, you wake up, you felt so relieved. Why?
It's not real anymore.
Because you realized it is not real anymore. You getting it? Okay. Don't forget this analogy. But this, how we started was this flower. You look at this flower and the emotions arise, happy emotions arise. How they arise? By the 5 mental functions. Now, with this what happens is that the dream, say you start having the dream. Then your mental consciousness interacts with the content of the dream. You have the contact first. Then you pay attention. And then you have the discrimination. Which discrimination? This real goes there, discrimination. Then the feeling, very unpleasant feeling, fear arises. Then intention, run away. You getting it? Okay. Why made you run away? Because very unpleasant feelings coming to me when I see the ghost. Why did you have the unpleasant feeling? Because I'm seeing the real ghost next to me. Right? Okay. So, seeing the real ghost and you deciding that this is a real ghost, is that wisdom or ignorance? Seeing the dream ghost as a real ghost, is this wisdom or ignorance? Ignorance. With this ignorance, the outcome is fear, unpleasant feeling. You're getting it? Outcome is fear. So whereas the ghost is about to grab at you, your mother wakes you up. What a relief. Tell me, now will you run away? You can run away? No, you stop running. In the dream, if you stop running, the fear increases. Here you stop the running, no fear. Why you did not have the fear?
Different contact.
Because your mind realizes that the dream ghost was not a real ghost. This discrimination came to you. This discrimination, is it a valid mind or ignorance? This is wisdom or ignorance? Wisdom. So with the wisdom, the result is relief. Relief. You're getting it? By rectifying, seeing the dream ghost as real. This discrimination was there. As long as you have this discrimination, fear invariably arises. The moment you rectify, you change this discrimination, that it was the dream ghost, the fear dissolves. The unpleasant feeling dissolves, and the pleasant feeling comes to you. You're getting it? This is how, by rectifying the discrimination, the feelings change. The feelings change, you feel relief. Okay, this is where we need to, the Buddha is teaching us how to change the discrimination so that unpleasant feeling will be replaced by pleasant feeling. With a pleasant feeling, then say you engage in the virtues very easily without any problem. You're getting it? Okay. So with this, what is this flower? Okay, tell me. What is this?
Daisy.
Daisy. Daisy flower. Okay, daisy flower. A flower, let's say flower to make it simple. Flower. Flower. What is this?
Nothing.
Well,
Empty.
Nothing's there. Nothing's there. Okay, imagine a blue daisy flower. Imagine a blue flower. Okay, tell me, what is in my right hand? White flower. What is my left hand? Blue flower. Okay. Don't show this recording to anybody else. Because your name? Anna Marie is saying that I'm holding a blue flower. There's no blue flower there. And people watching the video, they may be thinking that, they may be thinking he's a magician. No, there's no blue flower there. What is there? Imaginary blue flower is there. There's no blue flower. I just asked you to imagine. Right? I didn't say I'm going to create a blue flower. Okay, what is my right hand? White flower. What is my left hand? Imaginary blue flower. Okay. Now speak your mind. Speak your mind. Don't look at what the other person is giving an answer. Speak your mind. Don't think that you're philosophers. Speak your mind. What's the difference between these two? The white flower in my right hand and the imaginary blue flower in my left hand.
Designation.
What do you mean by designation? Just giving the difference. One is this is this. Just explain it like this. Make it very clear. Don't say that this is just a big phenomena.
The other is only mentally perceived.
Okay, the Henry.
So the
blue flower is only mentally perceived.
Okay, the blue, imagine blue flower, no blue flower. Don't again hand you a imagine blue flower is just what comes to your mind. It's coming from the mind. And the white flower is real. Real meaning from the object is there. You get it. Anybody else? There are so many differences between these two things. Anybody else? One, the white flower in my right hand, you can see that. Imagine blue flower, you cannot see that. That's very true. Any other distinctions?
Well, the actions.
One is white and one is imaginary blue.
One is white, real white, and the other one is imaginary blue. Very good.
But as you apply actions to this object, you can chop, you can destroy it.
Okay, you can perform actions to this white flower, but the imaginary blue flower, you cannot do anything. Very good. Okay, so why I'm asking all these questions is to introduce to you that in a loose sense, in a very loose sense, this flower, in a loose sense, this flower, there's object there, and the imaginary blue flower is purely coming from your mind, just imagination coming from mind. You agree with me? Okay. So coming from the mind means the mind is the subject as opposed to the object. So this imaginary blue flower is coming from the subject, and this white flower is coming from the object. You getting it?
Yes.
Okay. How many of you have watched movie in your movie theater? Raise hands. How many of you have watched movie in a movie theater? All of us. Okay, let's say you are watching a movie on here. We are watching a movie here. Movie on the screen. The screen is here. Okay, tell me, where is the movie? Where is the movie?
In our mind.
No.
It's being projected.
Well, then people should be your name.
Virginie.
Huh?
Virginie.
Virginie. So people should be going to watch the Virginie's mind? If the movie is in Virginie's mind? No. No. No, no, no. I'm not. No, I did not ask how. I asked where's the movie?
It's
On the screen. Just speak that. Don't think that you're philosophers. Don't think that you're philosophers, number one. Number two, don't think that he's looking for philosophical answers. Speak your mind. It's on the screen. Be very direct, so that our class will be more quick.
But I don't think it is. Sorry.
Sorry?
It's not located on the screen.
This is not my question.
It's being projected.
That's not my question. My question, where's the movie? Movie's on the screen. The next question will come. Don't worry. Have patience.
I'll stop worrying.
Sweden, right? From?
Well, Brazil and then yes, but located in Sweden, yes.
Okay. So my next question is, the movie is on the screen. Where is it coming from? Projector. So your answer is coming. Don't worry. You're getting it? Your answer will come. Yeah. Where's the movie? It's on the screen. Where is it coming from? From the projector. Getting it? Likewise, the movie, the screen is the metaphor for the object, and the projector is the metaphor for the subject. You getting it?
Yeah.
So the movie is on the screen, the movie is on the object, but it's not from the object, it's from the subject. You getting it? So the movie is, where is the movie? Is it on the object or on the subject? It's on the object. Where is it coming from? Coming from the subject. So where it is coming from, it's not coming from the object. It's not coming from the object. So therefore it is not objectively existent. The movie is not objectively existent, it exists from the subject. It's known as subjectively existent. Movie is objectively existent or subjectively existent? Subjectively existent, very good. Dream, objectively existent, subjectively existent? Wonderful. Mirage, objectively existent, subjectively existent? Subjectively existent. How many of you have seen rainbow in your life? How many have seen rainbow in your life? Okay. Let's say we are seeing rainbow 1 kilometer away from here. We are seeing rainbow 1 kilometer away from here. My question to you. Okay, you are seeing a movie, not movie, rainbow 1 kilometer away from here. And then a young child, age 4, is with you. Young child is also seeing the rainbow. Young child will tell you, please take me there. Oh. Yes, of course. The child will say, please take me there. Will you take him there? Will you take her there? No. If you take her there, you are also a small child. Why the small child is asking you to take her there is because the child thinks that the closer you go to the rainbow, you will be able to catch it, play with it. Whereas you know the closer you go there, the rainbow will disappear. You getting it? My question to you, where's the rainbow then? Where's the rainbow? Huh? Where's the rainbow?
In the rain.
Huh? In the rain. Where in the rain? Rain falling next to you on your?
Over there.
Over there. Over there where? Over there. Why then we go closer there, it disappears. Where's it? Huh? Our senses. What's your name? Ella. Okay, so we'll all go to look at Ella's senses for the rainbow. Right? If it's in the Ella sense, then we'll go to Ella's sense there. It's very complicated where the rainbow is. Now, after coming to this retreat, you even don't know where the rainbow is. Earlier you know where the rainbow is. Now you got confused where the rainbow is. Okay, in other words, the dream is subjectively real, objectively real? Subjectively real. What does it mean by subjectively real, this question? What does it mean by subjectively real?
It's coming from the subject.
It's coming from the subject. Okay, let's say that this is next to you, Hanna, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's say this is next to Hanna. Then I quickly go there, I grab it and say that this is mine. I say that this is mine. What does this mean? Why did I say this is mine? Explicitly I said that this is mine. Implicitly I'm saying that this is not yours. If I say that, oh, this is not yours, it's very offensive. Whereas if I say that this is mine, it's not so offensive, but the meaning is same. Likewise, when I say that the dream is subjectively real, you are saying that it is not objectively real. You agree with me? When I say that the dream is subjectively real, it implicitly means that the dream is not objectively real. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yes. Say louder, yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay, when you say the dream does not exist objectively, does not, empty mean the same. The dream is empty of objective existence. You get it? The dream is empty of objective existence. Yes?
How do I know it? It's because my father would never know all money by their home or anything.
No, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter? Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Pay focus on this. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to share with it in a very simple terms, but the concepts are very heavy. Very heavy concepts. Pay attention, right? Just pay attention. And be in the present moment, pay attention. If you miss one point, you will not be able to catch the remaining points. So just pay attention to this. So what we say is that the dream is subjectively real. In other words, we are saying that dream is empty of objective existence, empty of independent existence. What's the meaning of emptiness? Emptiness is a short form of?
Middle way.
Short form of middle way. What as though like you learned it 5 years ago. What is the emptiness is a short form of?
Inherent existence.
Independent. Who said it? Independent existence. Thank you. Okay. No, I'm not saying that what you said is wrong, right? But you could remember you have the long-term memory, short-term memory is gone. I did not say emptiness inherent existence. I said emptiness of independent existence.
But it's a synonym, isn't it?
Yes, this is a synonym. I'm just checking how fresh is your memory. You have a very fresh memory of the long term. You have the short term memory is missing.
That comes with age.
No. That's not true, right? Wait, that's quite true. The young one remembers it. Okay, so the point is, say the dream is empty of objective existence, means the dream is empty of independent existence. Dream is empty of independent existence. The dream is subjective real means the dream is empty of independent existence. Empty of independent existence, empty of inherent existence, empty of intrinsic existence. All these are synonymous, the way Emilia said. Right? So, emptiness of independent existence. If somebody asks you, what is emptiness? Emptiness, you can say, emptiness of independent existence. This is emptiness. Good. Now, the Buddha went on to say that the third seal. What's the third seal? What's the third seal? If you don't have the third seal, we will say, we will recite the mantra, we will leave here now.